How did a movie about two cowboys redefine the LGBTQ movement? Hi, I'm Chris with a K, and welcome back to the channel. This week in Queer History, we're taking a ride back to December 9th, 2005, the day that Brokeback Mountain premiered and changed the world. This isn't just a love story, it's a cultural landmark that broke barriers and opened hearts. So grab your red vines, settle in, and let's explore the movie that made audiences and cowboys cry.
This week in Queer History, stories told with love and glee.
Brokeback Mountain is more than a film. On December 9th, 2005, this movie, which was directed by Ang Lee, premiered and brought the complex story of Ines Del Mar, who was played by Heath Ledger, and Jack Twist, who was played by Jake Gyllenhaal, to the world. The plot was based on Annie Proulx's short story, which captured an intimate and heart-wrenching relationship between two cowboys set in the heart of Wyoming. One of the most significant elements of Brokeback Mountain is how it humanized same-sex relationships within the rugged, hyper-masculine Western genre. Who would have thought that a cowboy movie could be the lens through which America would have a meaningful dialogue about LGBTQ relationships? Cowboys were suddenly not just the stoic, tough men we were used to seeing. Here they were vulnerable, capable of love, and struggling with emotions that they couldn't express. The film had an enormous cultural impact. It grossed over $178 million worldwide, shattering the myth that LGBTQ films can't perform commercially. People wanted this story, and the film sparked a national debate about same-sex love, especially during a conflicting time when America was still in the midst of social conservatism and the push for marriage equality. Critics and viewers alike applauded the movie for its emotional depth and artistic storytelling. It wasn't just the romance between Jack and Ines. It was the way the film portrayed masculinity, vulnerability, and love in a society that demanded conformity. Enos's struggle to express love, his silent grief, and Jack's yearning for a life they couldn't have. These portrayals opened up conversations about the toxic impact of repressing love due to societal pressures. But there has to be something more to Brokeback Mountain, something that is making us feel all those feels. The movie takes place in the 1960s and 70s, a time of rigid gender norms and societal expectations. Jack and Enos's relationship showcases the tragic impact of living in a society that doesn't allow love outside heteronormative boundaries. Enos specifically represents the silent struggle of many men who were caught between cultural expectations of masculinity and their true emotions. This struggle is one that many queer individuals could relate to, especially those from conservative areas. The movie also sparked debates about LGBTQ representation. Was it enough to depict their love? Or did the ending with Jack's death and Enos's isolation reinforce a harmful narrative that all LGBTQ relationships are doomed to end in tragedy? Critics have gone back and forth on this, but what we can say for sure is that Brokeback Mountain opened a lot of eyes to the realities that queer people face in an unaccepting world. It's worth noting the film's critical success, winning 3 Oscars including Best Director for Ang Lee and receiving several other nominations. It became one of the most critically acclaimed movies of that year. It showed Hollywood and the world that love stories aren't bound by gender, and that there was a need for more queer stories on the big screen. When I saw Brokeback Mountain for the first time, I was a blubbering baby by the end. Oh, Enos holding Jack's flannel shirt, one tucked inside the other, it made everyone cry. But it did deepen my desire to have a loving relationship of my own, a relationship where I didn't have to hide who I was. Seeing them struggle against a world that refused to accept their love made me reflect on my own secret relationships. I longed for something real, something open, and I knew I didn't want to end up like Jack and Enos. I've had my share of secret loves, but Brokeback Mountain definitely influenced my reasons to leave Utah and never go back. And so I found Los Angeles, a city that celebrated me as I was. It was my way of making sure my love wouldn't be just hidden away, surviving on stolen glances and secret touches. If Jack and Enos had also left Wyoming behind, maybe they could have had the happy ending they deserved. And that makes me think, what if I sacrificed for others? And what would make me fight for change? So what does Brokeback Mountain mean to you? Does it inspire you, challenge you, or make you reflect on your own life? Share your thoughts in the comments. I'm sure we'd all love to hear them. If you want more queer history, check out this video over here. And if you want to join our mailing list, I send out a weekly update about historical queer events every Monday, and that link is down below. Until next time, stay strong, stay bold, and keep making history.